Check it out, guys. It finally came in, the Action 6. I went with the Essential combo just because I already have batteries and other accessories that I got with my Action 5. And then I also did buy the macro lens, which should be here, I think, tomorrow. And then I'll do a video on that too. But today I wanted to open this up and share the experience with you guys. I've never seen the menus or look up any videos on menus on this thing. I know a little bit from Chris Meets Chris videos and other guys out there creating Action 6 videos, and I think it looks awesome. Right now, by the way, we are on the Nano 4K 24 frames, full auto, and I just have a little Amaran 25C light right here, keying me, and we're just in my office, no fancy lighting. Let's open this thing up. By the way, too, I didn't mention, but we are on the internal mic of the DJI Nano because I want to monitor myself, and we can't do that yet. So, ooh, it doesn't feel that much bigger, but I could just tell it's probably a little thicker. It feels professional, guys. Let's take the little sticker off. Ooh, f2 to 4.0 aperture. You obviously get some cool stickers, as always, by DJI. Thank you so much. You get a screw for mounting the battery, of course. Let's see. Osmo. Ooh, English. We're gonna have to do the phone thing. I think there might be an update too. I guessed it right, firmware update. All right, and the first thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna swipe up. We're gonna go to Rocksteady. We're gonna go to standard D-Warp. Let's go to 4K 16:9, 24 frames a second. Lock landscape aspect ratio. I'm assuming this is like orientation lock. So I'm gonna keep it on landscape because that's all I film. Let's see, we're gonna go to the Pro menu, quality priority. So you got quality priority on the left, film tone on the right, variable aperture. Those are 3 new ones that are not on the Action 5 that you're getting on the Action 6. No, I don't think I'm gonna use quality priority mode. I'm just gonna set it manually. I'm assuming it's gonna add sharpness and stuff like that. All right, let's go through the film tones. So we got CC, NC, TR, WT, and FE. I'm not gonna go through all of them, and I'm not gonna set one up right now because I'm gonna be using the DJI Nano alongside my Action 6. And if I want things to match, it's gonna be hard if I have film tones on this and then no film tones on the DJI Nano. So DJI, if you're listening to this, please, 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 I beg you, bring the film tones to DJI Nano so that we can use all these cameras all together. Like the 360, you brought the film tones. I know you can do it on the DJI Nano, so please bring them. And if you can add that like opacity strength, that would be awesome too. Because I know Chris Meets Chris made a video and he said that they did add the film tones to the 360, but you can only have them at like 100%, it sounds like. That's why I'm not gonna be using film tones on Action 6 unless I know I'm only gonna take this with me, but I'm probably always gonna have both of these cameras with me at all times. All right, variable aperture. Let's see what this is about. Variable aperture that automatically adjusts to shooting conditions. Maximizes aperture in low light. Okay, f2 to f4. Stabilization scenario. This is something that's kind of interesting to me because the stabilization scenario, it's only available in the Action 5 Pro if you're shooting in normal 10-bit color. But if you, for some reason, if you go to D-Log, that option is not there. Obviously, we're gonna go to image adjustment, go down to -2. Noise reduction, we're gonna go to -1. I used to rock -2, but lately I haven't mind a little bit of noise processing in camera. DJI does a good job at -1. I think 0 kind of looks a little bit AI, kind of like waxy skin tones. I've talked about that. So we're just gonna leave it at -1 and -2. And I think that's it for that. All right, I'm gonna set the EV on this to -1.7 EV. I know that's crazy. Let's see how that looks. That's what I'm gonna be rocking all day. You guys let me know on the vlog what you think. ISO range is gonna be 100 to 6400. Shutter speed, we're gonna do 100 to 8000. For some weird reason, this camera looks a little warmer on the screen. I wanna make sure that I don't have a film tone on. Nope, no film tone. It's not, you know, I'm pointing it towards the dark and it's not dropping to f2. We'll see what happens. So we're just gonna leave it at that. What is wireless earbuds for? That's new. Is that so that you can listen to this? All right, guys. Those are gonna be all my settings I'm gonna be using for today's vlog. The camera feels good. It's still pocketable. It's like very slightly bigger than the Action 5. Honestly, it's not a big deal. I was kind of sad when I heard that it was a little bit bigger, but it's not. And it does feel just a little bit heavy, but it feels solid. To me, it feels professional. I'm just happy that you can still put it in your pocket. With how this is right now, I don't know. I'm still not sure about the macro lens. I don't know if that background difference is gonna be worth it for me to make this camera a lot bigger, because I feel like once you add that lens, it looks pretty huge. I feel like I'm gonna be worried with that macro lens. And obviously the number one thing that you've already heard is that the macro lens doesn't have a cover on it. DJI, can you please make a cover? And honestly, at this point, I feel like if DJI made a cover for that lens, they should just send it out to people that already bought the lens, because it's an expensive lens for what it is, and it is great quality from what I hear. I'll have mine tomorrow, but you should have a lens cover for it, especially if it's an action camera. That does not make any sense. All right, guys, today we're gonna go out, we're gonna run some errands. We're gonna be filming on this D-Log M and the Nano for POV shots. All right, guys, Action 6, here we go. Woo! Let's see this exposure. Let's see, is it overexposing? I don't think so. Looks pretty good. That's the one thing I wanted to make sure, because I always feel like everybody's overexposing the footage on this camera. It's kind of slow at adjusting, I feel like. Let's see. Ah, it looks pretty good. All right, let's go, guys. All right, guys, Action 6. I did bump up the exposure to negative 1.3 EV, because negative 1.7 was very dark. At least that's what it's looking like here on the image. And it's looking pretty dark, but this looks exposed correctly. And I always try to expose for the highlights as much as I can. I really don't care if I lose a little bit of shadows. That's fine with me. I want my highlights to not be clipping if I can help it. So we're doing 1.3 today, if you guys are wondering. Let's go. We're gonna go pick up my mom. You know, I haven't had teriyaki chicken in a long time, and there's this place in the mall here in Rockford called, I don't even know what it's called actually, but Mexicans call it teriyaki chicken, and because that's just what it is, people just go there and that's the only thing they get. I feel like they have this menu, but everybody just eats the same thing there. Hopefully it's still there. I haven't been there literally in years, and we're gonna be doing a little bit of Christmas shopping for some family members. I'm gonna take you guys along the ride. We are rocking the DJI Nano on the chest. I'm gonna be switching back and forth. This is exactly what I want the setup to be, and this is my first vlog. I know I'm gonna get better as I work with both of these cameras and find a workflow, but for now, let's just have a good day today. Is it just me, or do you guys watch your own vlogs? For those people that vlog like I do you go back and watch your own vlogs? Because I know I do. I think I watch my vlogs, like when I post something, I'll probably rewatch the vlog from start to finish at least 10 times before the day ends, or from the time I post it at some point. Like I'll watch it before I go to bed a couple of times, I'll wait a little bit, and then I'll watch it again. And it's not even necessarily because of the views. I genuinely love vlogging. Like I love vlogging, I love documenting these moments, and I love rewatching them. This is the whole purpose of this journey of vlogging, and getting other people to get one of these cameras and go out there, hit record, and film just your everyday thoughts, everyday errands, everyday moments, because you never know what's going to happen. And like I said, and many others here in this community, some of us that are, you know, the mid 30s like I am, and older, maybe even younger too, if you have kids already, you're starting to think ahead of time, right? You're starting to think of, like, you know, leaving something for your friends and family, you know, to just look back and just really get to know you. And not just to mention that, but the relationships that I've built through this vlogging channel, just through making these silly videos that I thought nobody would ever watch, somehow got me, you know, I think I just hit like 3,300
you know, subscribers, which is crazy for me to think that many people are interested in anything that I have to say, because I feel like the information that I'm giving out is already out there. So I think that we all come here because we want to relate to each other. I genuinely love to look back at my memories, and it's crazy, but I laugh at myself. I also learn a lot about myself. So I encourage you that if you're vlogging and you're posting these videos, you probably already do it, but if you don't, watch your own vlogs, watch those memories, watch the work that you put in, because that's the whole reason why we do it. Petunia. Hi, it's me. She's so excited. Did they cut your hair? Petunia. This is my sister's dog, Petunia. I don't know. Every Mexican household has one of these dogs. All right, so I'm gonna adjust this thing one more time. We are gonna be at negative 1.0 EV because 1.3 seemed like it was a little bit underexposed still. Let's see how this goes. No sé cómo sanar esta herida. La tengo abierta y duele toda. All right, guys, it's been a minute since I've been at the mall. Like literally, like we brought our kids. They have like an arcade place here at the mall, and we bring them to play here. But actually, like walking through the mall and eating here, it's been a long time. So we're here because I'm gonna try to find my grandpa like a hoodie or something for him to wear. I usually give him like a little bit of cash or something like that, but I don't think he needs cash. I think he'd like more of a gift to open, and he'll probably just get some beer with it, and I'd rather have him. He's gonna get beer either way, so I'd rather have him get a hoodie or something like that. Ooh, look at this. I used to come here before all this was here when I was a little kid, and this whole thing was like, it was super decorated when I was a little kid, and now it's just, that's all they hang now. They got little kids' place and stuff like that. But I also noticed that this camera kind of takes a little while for it to adjust exposure, so maybe that's all I'm looking at right now. This is the arcade place that I bring my kids to, but it's very expensive, so honestly, like, Chuck E. Cheese is better. And they have beer at Chuck E. Cheese. At least they still kept the Christmas tree here. This is it, guys. No sé cómo sacar esta espina. La tengo adentro y no tiene salida. All right, guys, here it is. The famous teriyaki chicken. It's so good. I think a lot of Hispanics come here to Cherryville Mall in Rockford, Illinois to eat this. Man, when I used to get this, it used to be like $6, $8, and now it was $15.99. So that's insane. You got to have the chili sauce with it, so we're doing that. And it looks like the -1 EV looks pretty good here at least. So let's see. Let's start off with a little bit, because I know this chili sauce could be like, sometimes it's not that spicy and sometimes it's just crazy. And I am cheating. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna start my diet. I was gonna start fasting and everything, but I think I'm gonna say screw it until New Year's Eve. You gotta have a Coke when you have tacos or when you have stuff like this, but it's still just as good. It's like they haven't changed the recipe at all, so I think we can mess around with a little bit more chili sauce. Screw it, let's do the whole thing. I might regret this later. To work here in a place called Beefaroo, where I met my wife a couple of years. I think it was like a year and a half after working at Beefaroo. I'll show you in a little bit. Annie Ann's Pretzel. I was like 17 when I worked here. How you doing? Pretty good. Merry Christmas. That was my old boss. He remembered me. Hey, look at this one. This is cool. Like a poncho. Love coming here as a kid. Every time I used to come here, I always, for some weird reason, I always used to think of Home Alone, like the movie. To me, that's like the most Christmassy movie you could watch. I gotta get out of that store because I don't got that kind of money. All right, we didn't have any luck trying to find a greeting card for somebody. It's not liking. Kids are scared of Santa Claus. We were trying to find a greeting card from my mom's boyfriend, and they had like almost no options, literally. Do people still give greeting cards? Because I feel like I don't. Hopefully Costco has some. I've been on a Costco kick lately. I don't know if it's like a thing that happens in your mid-30s, but Costco fashion has been hitting me. I'm rocking a whole Costco outfit right now. And we're about to head to Costco just because I feel like I can get my grandpa and my uncle Christmas gifts for like 40 bucks. This is not sponsored by Costco, but definitely check it out. I ended up bumping this up again to -1 now, EV. So I feel like it's still underexposed. Right now it looks like it's good, but inside this camera does take a little while for it to adjust exposure. I don't know if it's because of the variable aperture, even though I feel like it's been locked at 2.8. I haven't seen this thing change at all. I don't know if it's because of my ISO settings or whatever that is, but yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think of -1? I think -1 is where it needs to be at. I don't see anything clipping. Let's see if I go this way. Sky looks pretty good. We're gonna rock -1 EV. I think that's where we need to be. Dude, 40 degrees today out here in Rockford, Illinois. That's a big step from this past weekend when they did the wedding and it was like -8. It feels like fall right now, honestly. We're here at Costco. Hopefully we can find some cool clothes for my grandpa. All right, guys, just dropped off my mom. Walked all over the mall. It was pretty cool to see. Honestly, kind of sad because, like I said, I grew up going to the mall, especially during the holidays, and everybody was out there, you know? It was like every kid was out there. I remember going into the toy store in there. They had like it wasn't really a Toys R Us, but it was like I forgot what it was called. KB Toys. That's what it was called. There was I don't know if it was a chain or what, but it was called KB Toys. They had video games. They had like remote control cars and some of the big like name brand toys and stuff, electronics for kids. And I remember I would just go in there and just play the Game Boy because they had the Game Boy on display there. It was when the Game Boy Color was there. Pokemon was there, so everybody was playing Pokemon. There's Pokemon everywhere. I mean, Pokemon's still around, which is pretty cool, but those were some cool years, man. It is kind of sad. Sometimes I wonder if, you know, the generation before me, like my parents or even my grandparents, think the same of my generation. Do they look back at their days and then look at my era of like being a kid and generation where like it was even better back then in terms of just the community and the connection, you know, going shopping, talking to people not freaking vlogging, doing social media, being on their phones and stuff like that, just really just living life, honestly. No phones, no nothing. I remember I used to go to the mall with my friend. We used to take the city bus for like $1.50 or something. It was like $1, and we would get on the city bus. And mind you, we were only like, I think we were like 10 years old or 12 maybe. And we would get on the city bus. We'd ride it all the way to the mall, and literally we could spend like almost all day at the mall. We'd get just enough money to get like a cheeseburger at McDonald's and a pop, and we would share it. We'd go to like the drinking fountain and fill it up. and just literally walk around in circles, because that's what every kid would do, and we would all see them there. But I also remember that sometimes we would be there all day, and we were banking on the fact that his parents were supposed to pick us up, but sometimes his parents would get upset, or like his dad would already be sleeping because he had to go to work the next day. And we would get on this phone, we would get on the payphone, we would have to go on the payphone, and we would dial like 1-800-collect, because we didn't have any more money. If we didn't find money around like quarters and stuff around like some of the vending machines, we would just do 1-800-collect. And in that one little section where it said leave your name and number, or leave your name so that they could let the person know if they want to take the collect call, we would just be like, pick us up, pick us up at the mall, like super quick. And then they would listen to that, and it wouldn't charge them. They would just know to pick us up, and we would use it. We would use that hack. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys knew that, but if you didn't, that's kind of some of the things I had to do. It was kind of like a short text message almost that you could do over the phone. The problem is that you only had about 2 seconds to say something. It was really supposed to be to say your name or a super short message so they knew who it was that was calling. Because I think technically it would charge that line. So obviously back then we didn't have like credit cards and stuff. So that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the vlog today. Switching back and forth, let me know what you think about the footage. Personally, I feel like it's gonna look the same, and they're gonna match up pretty good. So if you're looking at getting the DJI Action 6 and the Nano and see how they work together, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Peace.